Sulekha Sharma and you are watching Current Electricity of Class 12 CBSE Board. So, in this chapter, we will discuss many topics like what is electric current, what are their properties, what is resistance, resistivity, then Ohm's law, then we will discuss about combination of resistor, then cell and their combination, then we will discuss Kirchhoff's law, Wheatstone bridge, meter bridge and potentiometer. So we will discuss all these topics one by one. So now let us start with chapter current electricity. Okay. In the previous two chapters you studied about charge. I think you have heard this word charge. Okay. So you know what is charge, and then there are two states of charge. Charge may be at rest or in motion. When the charges are at rest, that study of physics, that branch of physics is called electrostatics, which we already studied. Okay? And when the charges are in motion, so when the charge moves, it may move with any two type. Either charge move with constant velocity or it may move with variable velocity. Variable velocity means changing velocity, and if velocity is changing with time, that is called acceleration. So this is also called accelerated motion. Okay. So when the charges are in motion, we will study about when the charge moves with constant velocity. That branch of physics which we will study when the charges moves with constant velocity is called current electricity, जो कि हमारा अभी यही चैप्टर पढ़ना है. Okay. And when the charge moves with variable velocity, then we will study about electromagnetism. Electromagnetism, which is the next chapter of current electricity. Okay. Now let us start with current. What is electric current? Electric current. When current is produced? When the charge is in motion. When the charge moves with some velocity. Okay, then that creates current. So what is electric current? Electric current is nothing but rate of flow of charge. How much charge flows in a particular time interval, that constitutes electric current. It is denoted by the symbol I. And what is the formula for this one? I equal to charge flow by time. You can write charge by Q and time by T. Okay, this is the formula for I. You also studied about average velocity, average acceleration, instantaneous velocity, instantaneous acceleration. In the same way, average current and instantaneous current. Okay, so average current you can write in this way, delta Q by delta T, when the time interval is very large. And instantaneous current you can write in this way, I instantaneous equal to dq, you may write small q, capital Q, no problem, dq by dt. This is instantaneous current. What is this? Current at a particular instant of time. जब हम किसी एक particular time के लिए निकालते हैं current, that is called instantaneous. और जब हम बहुत long journey के लिए long time interval के लिए निकालते हैं, that is called average current. So we always use formula for current is I equal to Q by T, or I equal to, you can use this one also, dq by dt. What is SI unit of current? So what is, next is SI unit of current. What is SI unit of current? SI unit of current is ampere. Have you heard this word? I think you have studied in class 10th also. Okay. So So SI unit of current is ampere. What is current? I equal to Q by T. What is 1 ampere? When charge is 1 coulomb and time is 1 second. So from here you can define 1 ampere. How can you define 1 ampere? 1 ampere is the current when a number of electrons having 1 coulomb of charge flowing through a point in 1 second. This is called 1 ampere. You can write it is the current when a number of electrons having how much charge? 1 coulomb of charge flowing through a given point in how much time? In a given flowing through a given point in 1 second. In this way you can define 1 ampere. It is the current when a number of electrons having 1 coulomb of charge flowing through a given point in 1 second. Okay. Also you know that Q equal to what? Ne. N is the number of electrons. E is charge of electrons. So you can find N also, how many number of electrons in 1 coulomb. You can find in this way. 1 coulomb charge equal to N. And what is the charge of electron? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 90. So from here when you calculate N equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power 80. So from here you can calculate N equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. It means in 1 ampere how many electrons flowing through a given point in 1 second? You can write 1 ampere equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 number of electrons per second. So you can also define 1 ampere as 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 number of electrons per second. Now direction of current. Direction of current doesn't mean that it has some specific direction. It just only tells about from where the current originates and where it ends. Okay, you know that a cell has 2 electrodes. One is positive and one is negative. And when it is closed, then what happens? Suppose there is a bulb and it is a closed circuit. Then what happens? You know that this negative electrode has large number of free electrons. And electrons starts moving in this direction. From negative end to positive end. And this constitutes which type of current? There are 2 types of current. This constitutes flow of electron, constitutes electronic current. And here also this positive electrode has large number of positive charges. It also moves from positive end to negative end. And it constitutes which type of current? Conventional current. So first there are 2 types of current. I think you have heard this word, electronic current and conventional current. So there are 2 types of current. First one कौन सा होगा बेटा? Electronic current. And second one, conventional current. So there are 2 types of current. It means there are 2 directions of current. You can choose any direction, but to avoid confusion, we always take direction of current as conventional current. What is direction of conventional current? It is due to flow of positive charge. It means from positive end to negative end. And what is direction of electronic current? From negative end to positive end of the terminal. Okay. So in this way there are two directions of current, but we always choose direction of current as conventional current direction to avoid any confusion. So you can write direction of current is what? It is always opposite to the flow of electrons, or you can say it is from positive end to the negative end of the electrode. Okay. Positive end to negative end means direction of conventional current, and it is opposite to the direction of flow of electron, because electron always flows from negative to positive, and we always take the direction of current is from positive to negative end. It means it is always opposite to the direction of, what is important? Direction of flow of electrons, or it is from positive end to negative end of the electron. Now next is whether current is a scalar or vector quantity. When we talk about direction of current, it doesn't mean that current is a vector quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. What type of quantity? Current is a scalar quantity. Why? I already told you that direction of current doesn't mean it has some specific direction. Direction just only shows that current यहाँ से start हो रहा है positive end से और negative end पे terminate हो रहा है, end हो रहा है. Okay, it doesn't mean that it is a vector quantity. इस direction में जा रहा है, west में, north, south, it doesn't matter. And also you can say that angle direction doesn't matter means angle doesn't matter. Suppose one current is flowing in this direction, other current is flowing in this direction, and angle between these two is suppose 30 dB. Okay. And another case, suppose current is moving in this direction I1, same current, another same current is flowing in this direction. Angle between these two current is 90 dB. So whatever the angle between the wires through which current flows, it does not affect the total current at this point. Total current is always same. It means direction doesn't matter in case of current. It just add like scalar quantity. So current is a scalar quantity. You can write the reason because if it is a vector quantity, it follows vector law of addition, because it does not follow vector law of addition. Okay, like in this case, angle between these two wires carrying current does not affect the total current. Total current is always same at these 2 points if I1 I2 is same. So the angle between the two wires does not affect the total current. Current is a scalar quantity. Okay, students? Next, we will discuss about, in the next class, we will discuss about current in a conductor and about some drift velocity. Okay, students, up to then. Bye bye, students. Take care.